Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Coffee and Roses. This is my Minecraft survival series where I talk about whatever pops into my head. Now, I haven't really done much off camera. I crafted some stuff into iron tools. I grabbed myself a book and quill. I made this nifty little spot right here that I am going to smooth out just a bit. And then I put up some cobblestone walls here, kind of like retaining walls. I'm still figuring out what to do with a lot of this space. I want to flatten this, and I also made a nifty list of tasks. Yes, a nifty list of little tasks. You back off before I give you a tactical shoveling. Yeah, it's what I thought. I also died off camera. Really stupid reason. I drowned. Whoops. It happens to the best of us, I assume. So I lost my leggings, and I decided, yeah, it's probably a good time to just actually go mining, start constructing farms. You know, it's a good time to play the game, that thing people are here to see me do. That thing. Yeah, it's a good time to get on that. Here's what we have for a mine right now. It's not a lot, not much to look at, but it's something. So, you know, I suppose there's no real point in complaining. Then fill that in, break these. Check our task list for today. Let's see. Construct a mine, finish the house, chop 2 stacks of wood, and build a better farm. So we are going to start with chopping 2 stacks of wood because that seems to just kind of go hand in hand with, you know, everything else on that list. We're also going to avoid this creeper. Come here, bud. There we go. I know this may seem like the exact opposite of avoiding said creeper, but you must understand it was completely integral to the cause. A farm could go up here really easily now that I'm thinking about it. Alright, yeah, I think if I clear out all the wood up here, I wouldn't be opposed to making farm plots. I don't know why I'm narrating that. I've already determined the first task we're checking off the list is gather 2 stacks of wood, which is, you know, it may or may not be a little bit of a hassle. We'll see. I am, however, assuming not a hassle, or at least not much of a hassle, I should say. Um, you know, 2 stacks of wood. The trees aren't exactly vicious. They aren't going to bite back. Though, actually, depending on which part of the world you're in, there are some pretty nasty trees out there, at least to my knowledge. One of my biggest complaints is just how monotonous gathering materials is. I love making content for Minecraft. I really do. I love making survival content for Minecraft. I love narrating over me playing the game, but at the very same time, I know you guys are tired of seeing me go out and chop wood for the 500th episode in a row. To be fair, that is kind of just the start of survival Minecraft. And I don't think anyone has that much of an issue with it. Maybe I'm just a weak little baby, you know. For a moment, I thought I heard music coming from next door, and I was like, oh. Actually, it very well might have been coming from next door. Now that I'm thinking about it, um, but I did also turn the music up in game when I was streaming earlier and put on this very nice programmer default resource pack. I quite like the old look of Minecraft. It's very soothing, very nostalgic. I am definitely not just old and blinded by my ways. Ah, alright. This tree's coming down next. I'm really pissed that the rain's coming down. I also found out a big part of the lag issue. My max frame rate was set to 120. My monitor can only handle 60. So yeah, no, obviously I'm gonna be lagging. Obvious, no duh, no duh. You're gonna be lagging. Oh, I hate when this happens. I know there's easier ways to do that, but I'm distracted by how awful the rain is. And there we go. Okay. Then where am I at? Oh, we're already almost to one stack. Let's go. Let's go. Wow, I wish it was this easy to get wood in real life. I say doing the thing that we do in real life to get wood. No, but swinging an axe is exhausting. It really is. Have you ever swung an axe before? You ever been out there, Johnny Cowboy, huh? You ever been out there swinging an axe? It's tiring. It's super exhausting. I almost lost a hand to an axe before. It's not particularly safe either. Safer than a chainsaw. I hate chainsaws. I hate chainsaws. They're cool and all, but they're also really dangerous. And they're super efficient, but also I kind of like my body parts being intact. I'm fine with the Sawzall. Sawzall's a different story altogether. Nice, well-controlled reciprocating saw. That's what I like to see. Okay, let's see. Can I... There we go. Recently I drove to Mall of America, and I didn't really buy anything there. I just sort of walked around and looked at everything imaginable. And I gotta say, growing up as a kid on the West Coast, I always wanted to see the Mall of America and thought I just never would. And it's so much bigger than I expected. Like a lot bigger. I'm used to things not honestly being that cool. I thought they maybe had one roller coaster in the mall, just the one. Oh, that pisses me off. That pisses me off so bad. The one stripped log. Oh, but yeah, I thought they only had like one roller coaster in the mall. Which don't get me wrong, that's an impressive feat. But I also expected it to be way smaller. I didn't expect the absolute bastion of commerce and capital that I was presented with. I'm gonna be entirely honest. I didn't expect it. It was astounding. I walked in there. One of the first things I saw was an M&M store. And listen, I'm fat, okay? I'm hefty. My jaw hit the floor. All right, like they almost had to call the paramedics. It was astounding. I'm like, what do you mean they have an M&M store? They have a store for M&Ms? So I go in there, and I saw my personal hero growing up, the red M&M in his full glory. And then I walk, you know, I walk through the M&M store. I come out at the bottom. Nickelodeon Universe. What? What do you mean Nickelodeon Universe? Nickelodeon World, maybe. But y'all got a whole universe up in here? So I walked through Nickelodeon Universe, looking very out of place. But I walked through Nickelodeon Universe, and that was a really cool experience. I actually really enjoyed that. And then I took some photos outside of Bubblegum Shrimp. My older brother had been to Bubblegum Shrimp previously, and he had taken a photo there. So I made extra sure to recreate that photo for him. But I I was so dumbfounded by the Mall of America. You could tell I was from the middle of nowhere. You could tell it was bad. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, you could tell how middle of nowhere I was. It was ridiculous. And then I had a 2.5 hour drive away from Minneapolis to get a friend of mine back to their place, and that was exhausting. I didn't get home till real late, and I crashed hard, like really hard. I still got blisters on my feet. But yeah, seeing Mall of America was awesome. It was, oh yeah, the drive home after dropping off my friend was also pretty tiring. Um, it was and after seeing everything at Mall of America, which honestly enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. There's something about the acoustics of the building that are just nice. It creates almost this noise dampening effect. It's not like super loud in there. It's a very bizarre place. I also have a game store called Games by James. That not sponsored. I think I legally have to say that. Not sponsored, but a nice little game store called Games by James. It's in the Mall of America. It's on the east side. Um, that was that was really nice to see a game store like that. So what I think we're gonna do for this is we're gonna go across. Yep. Okay. And then we're gonna. Yep. Okay. That's gonna go there. And here's where it gets tricky. What if we do that? Sure. Yeah, piss off. Alright, let's go get some... Oh, wait, I should, chop 2 stacks of wood. Cross that off the list for now. Alright. And then... we're gonna collect some carrots, because this is our farm right now. The design is very human, if not a little lacking. So, I'm thinking... Where's my shovel at? I'm thinking of using a lot of this dirt I've culminated. I wish I had more iron. I know where to get more iron, actually. I'm thinking of using all this dirt I've culminated. Dear God, I have so much sand. All this dirt will be used to fill things in. I have oak logs, which I'm going to use for other purposes. First and foremost, to work on the house. No, we're going to... Sure. I'll take it. Take this up here and start filling this in. I don't know if we have enough to fill this in the way I would like. Why do I hear something moving? Then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then from there. Okay. And this should be the most efficient way to farm. And we're gonna use alternating crops as well. Let's go get that iron from the shipwreck. 'Cause there's a shipwreck right over there that I was looting, and I didn't grab the iron because I am but a humble buffoon. I am a joker, much like in new hit indie game of the year, Balatro. Speaking of which, that game is so undeniably lit. I love that game. I love that game. Oh, this is coming together even nicer now. Wow. And then I'll be sure to definitely write a to-do list before every single video because it seems to already be a better experience. I get to kind of turn my brain off, and I don't have to be super calculated about things. I just sort of do things. I like that. I like being able to just sort of do. Okay, this isn't correct either. Alright, where'd I put that entry? Because I know I had a way in here somewhere. Right there. There it is. Oh, it's all iron nuggets. This is foolery. Foolery indeed. I need more iron ingots. Do I have enough for an iron ingot? I have enough for 2 iron ingots. But by now, I've totally forgotten what I need. I need a bucket. That's what it is. I need a bucket. Dear God. It's a wonder I made it through school at these rates. It truly, honestly is. Alright, we're gonna head up here. And, let's see. Actually, I want to take these spruce slabs. I want to make a, platform that I can connect to the cobblestone. with fence. Actually, I'll just use cobblestone for that one. I have enough, yeah. All right. Ah, shit. Okay. I forgot to make stairs for the roofing. Because why wouldn't I? If you are watching this video, you've watched me long enough to know that I am mildly incompetent, and that's kind of the fun of watching my videos. I'm not some I'm not some Technoblade. I'm not some Philza Minecraft. I'm barely a functional adult. And that is part of the fun of these videos. Because you get to watch somebody who has fought so hard to ultimately be not that important, try to be important. And this isn't meant to be a dig at myself in any way. It's more meant to be a self-aware commentary about the nature of the Minecraft YouTuber. Because let's be honest with ourselves, how many Minecraft YouTubers are just self-important douchebags whose mommies didn't love them enough? Alright? How many Minecraft YouTubers are, like, think they're God's gift to man? I'll give you a hint. It's too many. And I don't want to be that guy. Like, I would rather be mildly self-deprecating, and honest about my opinions than, whatever that one guy has going on. I'm not going to name names, but I am certain you know exactly who I'm talking about when I say that. Oh, look, there's his color. Now, as I was saying, um, I wonder what he is up to. Last time I talked about that guy, god damn it. Last time I talked about that guy, he was getting into an argument with a 20-year-old. And I'm pretty sure he's like a full-fledged adult now. So I really do genuinely wonder what he's up to. I guess we'll just never know. Because I'm not gonna go look it up. I have more self-respect than that. You're free to go look up whatever that guy's up to these days. But I personally believe I have more self-respect than that. Which, you know, that's not a particularly high bar. But I don't know. Alright, we are still chipping away at this. I am forced to create a crafting table, which I'm actually going to use to mismatch some of these stairs. Oh yeah, we're getting devious. We're getting devious out here. I want to see if I can't I want to see if I can't make it look like this is patchwork almost. Let's see. I need to actually use spruce stairs. There we go. Make more planks because I simply do not have enough planks for some reason. It's a tragedy. Make 4 stacks of or 2 stacks of stairs. I almost called them chairs, which I mean, it's what we used them for the longest time was, you know, chairs in decorative builds. All right, that's good. One there for good measure. Break the crafting table. This is a poor person's house, so I'm not expecting it to have the greatest materials in the world. Wow, I wish they just made good housing for poor people because that's within their power, and they elect not to goddamn do it. It's frustrating, mostly because I am a poor people. I But Mr. the Frog, I am poor people. I remember one time, this pissed me off. I was going to the game store. My cat had just died. My cat suffered an aneurysm and died. It was very quick. I do not believe she suffered. But my cat suffered an aneurysm and died, like, in front of me. Uh, I was distraught and I went down to the game store. And while I was at the game store, right, I'm leaving and this woman accosts me on the street. You know, I was like one step away from living in my car at this time. This woman accosts me on the street, asking me for a donation to someone who had a serious illness, and I had no money. I was at the game store to ask about an application and see if I could get a job there. Um, I had no money. She accosted me and she's asking me for money for this woman I've never met. And that's not really the problem I have. Because quite frankly, I'll donate to people I've never met. I'll donate to causes I don't even necessarily believe in. I will donate to the dumbest things, and that's probably why I'm broke all the time. I will donate to Call of Duty if they give me a good enough reason. But she like asks how my day's been going, and I'm like, it's actually kind of awful. You know, I wasn't having it for niceties. And then she feels the need to like start telling me how it could be worse. No, no, shut up. Leave me alone. If you do this, don't. It's really annoying and I don't think anyone appreciates it. You're not making anyone feel better. You're making yourself look like an asshole. You know, like have some sympathy. Dear God, maybe I would have donated. You know, I don't know. I don't know if I had money, maybe I would have donated. But she kind of ruined that by telling me, well, you need to remember to be grateful because there are people out there who have it a lot worse. Okay, and I have it bad now. All right, like you can come at me with, oh, there are people with lesser, you know, because that's true. There are always people with lesser. But I'm about to offer some pro advice to any person listening to this who doesn't feel like they deserve help because there are people with lesser. If you need help, you are people with lesser, and it is okay to reach out for that help. Okay? Everyone is entitled to some help. It's what I firmly believe. Everyone is entitled to some help. All right? Yeah, yes. That does include you, fun fact. You are included in everyone is entitled to some help. Nah, I don't want to hear any buts. You go get that help, buddy. You go get that help you need. Jesus Christ, though. If I am accosted, and the thing is, I've seen that woman since, and she is like the most miserable person I've ever watched. Truthfully. Not in the sense of like, oh, I feel such sympathy for her. She's sad. In the way of like, why are you bringing the hustle grind mentality? Is this the time and place for the hustle grind mentality? Because I truthfully, honestly do not believe it is. You are not like going to make headway using the hustle grind mentality trying to get money for people who have serious illnesses. That's not what the hustle grind mentality is for. It's simply not. All right, we're gonna go finish up this farm really quick. Oh, it's so nice to have like clear cut directions on what I'm doing. Oh, it feels good. It feels very nice, as Borat would say. I don't know. I have this issue with a lot of people asking for like donations, signatures on petitions. I don't get me wrong. I believe in causes, you know, and I have sympathy for like people who are sick. And I believe that yes, these people are entitled to help from those who can offer. But when you walk up to the homeless person who is just begging for a job that pays $11 an hour, you know, when you walk up to that person asking for money, and they're like, yeah, well, you know, I'm kind of down on my luck right now. You can't just start telling that person, oh, well, there's people with less than you. That person is people with less. I've always been a firm believer that you should be nice to the homeless. It's a fact of the matter. They aren't wild animals, you know? They're people. and you need to talk to them and treat them like people. No clownery. All right. I don't believe in like I don't believe in like these people who go out there and record themselves doing things for the homeless because you're doing it for clout. You're treating them as a set piece. You're doing the thing that woman was doing to me. Like it's you're doing that thing where you're like, well, there's people in the world who have it worse. Just shut up, man. Yeah, everyone knows there's people in the world that have it worse. But if there's someone in front of you that you can help, help them out. It's not exactly rocket science. I personally, oh, that voice cracked though. I'm not saying this to try to get any holier than thou points, because by no means is anyone required to live this way, and it's an incredibly taxing thing to do, and I would not fault anyone for taking a different approach to things, but as far as like my belief personally, I will not, I will not refuse to help somebody. Doesn't matter if I hate the person. If they come to me asking for help, if it's a good enough reason, I'll help them out. That's how I wound up going to the Mall of America. A friend of mine needed a ride out to Minneapolis for something unrelated, and I was like, well, I might as well go hang out at the Mall of America for a bit. Like I just feel like maybe we need to focus more on the actual act of helping people and less on the theatrics of it. And I also I hate this mindset of, oh, well, there are people who have it worse. I just hate having that mindset. It's really like self-defeating in a way, you know. And if you internalize that mindset when you are in a bad spot, you are likely to not necessarily see the severity of it. And I know this because I internalized that mindset, and when I wound up in a bad spot, I didn't comprehend the severity of it. And I, I was just like, oh yeah, this is my life now, you know. And people would offer sympathy, and I'd be like, no, I don't need that. Which truthfully, I didn't. But at the same time, I also wish I had fully understood the severity of it, because my thought process was, oh, well, people have it worse, so I can't complain. No, you can complain. That is okay. It is okay to complain. Keep that in mind. Now, self-pity, if you sit there and like pity yourself all day, that's a problem. But it is absolutely fine to complain. You're so fine. All right? It's like just complain. Just get it out. It's yes, you can complain, and yes, sometimes it is that bad. You know, sometimes you are people with less, and that's okay. No one's gonna fault you for that. The only people who are privileged and have stupid opinions, and you really shouldn't be listening to them in the first place because they're annoying and they just want to look good. They want to get moral. They want to get those moral purity points. I talked about it, and sometimes you got to start over, where everyone's trying to look more moral than everyone else, right? They are just trying to do that. They don't care. They just want those good person points. And the fact of the matter is, um, if you really care about people, you do your best to help everyone. That's just how it is. Or at least everyone within your power. Don't overexert yourself, but help who you can in your power. It's okay to take breaks too. Sometimes you need to help yourself before you help others. That's fine. And of course, being a good person doesn't always inherently come from self sacrifice. As a matter of fact, I'd say that self sacrifice is by no means a measure of being a good person, because I know a lot of people who are good folk and still sacrificed absolutely nothing to be a good person. So being a good person doesn't inherently mean self-sacrifice, and self-sacrifice doesn't inherently make you a good person. And that's an important thing to I'm going to cross off build better farm now. Oh yeah, there we go. Hear them keys clacking. We got two more tasks today. But fundamentally, that's how it is. Being a good person does not mean self-sacrifice, and self-sacrifice does not make you a good person. And what really does grind my gears is when people do good things and then they're like, "Well, look what I got in return." Why did you do the good thing? Did you do it in expectance of? Did you do it in expectance of reward? Because that's a little weird, homeboy. That's like that's It's the same concept of if you need heaven to be a good person, you're not a good person. If you need a reward to be a good person, then you're not a good person. Like I understand saying this in the context of like I got screwed over. That sucks, and of course I can I can sympathize with that. Uh that being said, if you are doing good things simply for the reward, that you're not a good person. And I also don't believe in like good people versus bad people in inherent like black and white thinking. But I do also believe that we have a societal perception of good people and bad people, and it would be wrong to just write off that societal perception entirely just because of my own personal philosophical belief. So I kind of have to play into it for the sake of this discussion, but that's just kind of where I'm at on it. Is like I worry that we've been too caught up in the I worry that we're too caught up in virtue signaling and the appearance of being a good person that we actually just forget to go out and be a good person. Ever since ever since grade school, we've been seeing posters on the wall, at least for my generation. We've been seeing posters on the wall that say, treat others the way you'd like to be treated. The golden rule. That thing Jesus said. Not that I really believe in Jesus, I'm Jewish. But, the golden rule. Treat others the way you want to be treated. And what are we doing with that? We kind of got bombarded with it for years, and now we have elected what? That whole shtick was for nothing? That there was no lesson to be learned there? I don't understand. I just don't. We're gonna go get a stone axe from the house over there. I don't understand. And I do believe social media. Hi guys, Boomer Lanatron is back, saying that social media has an effect on things. I do believe social media has an effect on this. In a world where the perception of your act is, the end all be all of it, because social media is shallow and we know this. Where the perception of your act is the end all be all of it, you are more encouraged to take shallow acts that get you all that funny internet attention, than you are to. I hate you. I goddamn hate you. I 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 hope you die. I hate you. Whew, almost lost my cool there. But anyhow, where the perception of your act is more important than the actual impact of your act, because it's all in the public eye constantly. I honestly fall back to that thing Bo Burnham said. I know I've quoted it before. The internet is great and all, but do we all need to be saying our opinion constantly, all the time, at the same time, as loudly as possible, as quickly as possible? And I know I'm guilty of that because that's what I'm doing right now. Like that's the exact thing I'm doing. Uh, you know, call me a hypocrite, uh, because that is functionally what I'm doing. But I certainly agree with the base concept, and with that, we have constructed a mine because it was already constructed. I just put a funny doorway on it, and we have finished the house, which is exactly what I set out to do. Perfect. The tasks are done. We've completed our first task list, and honestly, I don't think it was long enough. Hang on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go check how long I've been recording for. Oh shit. All right, and with that, I'm going to finish up this episode of Coffee and Roses. I hope you really enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed my rant. I hope you enjoyed my tales of the woman who accosted me outside the game store. I'm still salty about that. For the mere fact of what was that? What was that? She was like, at least you're not sick. And I was like, yeah, but I'm homeless and my cat's dead. But now I'm not homeless and my cat's still dead, which is kind of sad. But I've taken some time. I've taken some time. I drank some coffee. I smelled some roses, and you should too. Drink some coffee, smell the roses, take it easy, and I will catch you next time. Goodbye.